All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give all the praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the full elect. Lord willing to be a part of that number. I'm the brother Quadolph in the GMS branch of Chicago. Coming back with another video. This video is going to be entitled Crazy Lines for Real ID. You know, a foreshadowing for Jacob's trouble. You know, and we understand that this, I believe it was May 5th that this new ID was made. It was probably like the due date, you know, but even though, you know, people are trying to get it, you know, book appointments online, but everybody's scrambling so they can barely book the appointment. So they say if you got the passport, you know, you good for now or whatnot. But yeah, man, everyone's scrambling. This is just a foreshadowing to the MOTB, you know. So I wanted to make this lesson a quick hit, you know, unless the spirit says otherwise, you know. So fair use. All right, I just want to play this video real quick. For this is for educational purposes only. Okay, so fair use.
Well, from where you need one to where you get one.
Yes, Marissa Perlman is live at the Real ID Super Center here in the Loop, where people started lining up very early this morning, and they are honking their horns in excitement for this day. Marissa, good morning.
Dana and Jackie, good to be with you. Yeah, the doors at the super site opened at 7:30, but folks we spoke to say they've been here since 2 in the morning waiting to get in. And the line now wrapped around the block from Clark down Lake and wrapped around Dearborn right now. Employees here have said they're not even letting people through the doors without showing that they have a birth certificate or a passport, and they're asking everyone to be ready with their documents out as they approach the front door here. But you can still get that Real ID after today's deadline. Secretary of State Alexi Giannoulia says they'll be issuing them forever, so there's no need to wait in these long lines unless you absolutely need one in the next couple of weeks. Now, here's what you need to get that ID squared away. Letting people through the doors without showing that they have a birth certificate or a passport, and they're asking everyone to be ready with their documents out as they approach the front door here. But you can still get that Real ID after today's deadline. Secretary of State Alexi Giannoulia says they'll be issuing them forever, so there's no need to wait in these long lines unless you absolutely need one in the next couple of weeks. Now, here's what you need to get that ID squared away: a birth certificate or a passport, a document with your social card or a W-2, and you need to prove your residency too with 2 different documents. So that means a bank statement, a mail document, or insurance. And so folks are going to be here waiting all day for this document. This is the temporary Real ID card. This is the golden ticket, if you will, and this is what they'll leave with today once they get through this line. Again, this is the temporary ID, and they'll get one in the mail in the next couple of weeks. For now, we're live in the Loop. Marissa Perlman, CBS News, Chicago.
Salakia. Yeah, I forgot to turn my mic on. Thwadi Yavashima for reminding me. You know, but what I was saying is, you know, it's not like the C-19 where they had laws to where you couldn't go to an establishment, you know, without that yob. Okay, they simply put a due date, and it wasn't really it wasn't even a real due date. So what if you can't buy or sell? What if you wake up one day and your money is gone? All your property is all your money is gone, man. All your you only got cash. All right, everything went digital. Okay, you lost access to everything, you know. But the only way to get it back is to take the MOTB, the C-HIP. Okay, man, that line is going to be way longer than this one, and you see in this video, man. You know, so that's, you know, I just wanted to get into that topic, man. Just go into that Revelation 13. Okay, because Esau does stuff like this just to test the masses. You know, a fucking golden star. You know, that golden ticket, as the woman said. You know, And that CHIP is going to be the people's golden ticket to quote unquote live their quote unquote normal lives again. You know, yeah, enjoy your 15-minute city, nigga. All right, hey, so let's grab this Revelation 13 and all right, verse 14. It says, "And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power." Which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, so it's going to be you don't want to get down with this, put you in a concentration camp, prepare to get put to death. All right. That won't be an option. Okay? This is what Esau's going to do to the masses, man. Okay, so let's keep reading. It says, verse 16, "He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." All right, you go into that word for mark. It goes into karagma, all right, or karagma. Okay, and which we'll grab that. All right, let's grab this Revelation 13. Ooh, that's good. I'm gonna read this before I read the word for mark. It says, let's read the AMP, the Amplified version. It says, "Also he compels all, the small and great, and the rich and poor, and the free men and the slaves to be given a mark on their right hand or their forehead, signifying allegiance to the beast." Okay, and that reminds me of that Exodus 21. Okay, so this is all it's all the spirit, man. Okay, so now let's dismiss that. Let's go into this word from Mark, then I'll go into that Exodus 21.
Strong's G 5480 Charagma.
Gotta double check if the audio is on. You know, I don't want that to happen again. But it says karagma or karagma. It says of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-Hamashiach. All right, it's millions of those. You know, so let's keep reading. It says the mark branded upon horses. All right, you mark your cattle to basically say you own them. They're your property. All right. Just like a nigga get branded in a sorority or it's like not a sorority because that's for women, you know, but they get branded too, you know, or I meant the fraternity. All right, just like they get branded in a fraternity, man. Okay, just like you chip your animals, okay, your pets. All right, it says things carved. Yeah, that's the point. Okay. So let's go into this word karax. It says pales between. It says palisade, a pale or stake. All right, so it's going to be inserted in you. Okay. So let's continue to read. It says that he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor. It says both small and great. So whatever you have a high status or a low status in this society. It says rich and poor. That's plain. You don't have to explain that. Free and bond. What a dude's in a prison in a county, all right, or what a dude is in this open prison, which is this what they call the free world, because it ain't nothing but an open prison, like the Elder Malcolm says all the time. Okay, so let's continue to read. It says Salaki. It says, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man buy or sell, save that he had the mark. So you won't be able to make no transactions. You basically won't have a livelihood without this MOTB. Okay, that's what the scripture prophesies. We understand, and that's what this world is pushing to, a digital system. All right, this is all prophecy. Okay, so it says, or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, it says, here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right, 666. All right, that patent number. Okay, so let's grab this Exodus 21. Okay, because if you take that, you bow down, all right, to the image. God damn, these people can't drive, man. You bow down to this image, man. You're basically telling the Most High, Esau is my owner. Okay? You basically telling the Most High, bow down to Esau. And there's a judgment for that, and I'll grab that too. Okay? So, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Find this parking. This Exodus 21 and verse 1. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. It says, and if thou buy a Hebrew servant 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. And if he came by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. 1 second. Park right here. The Wadi out by Shemot Shai. And it says, if his master gave him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her masters, and he shall go out by himself. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and children, I will not go out free, then his master shall bring him into the judges, and he shall also bring him into the door or into the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through it and all, and he shall serve him forever. All right, so Esau is going to hook these niggas up with that digital awl. All right, that modern day awl, man, symbolizing you're his property. All right, he'll be able to gauge how much you weight. All right, what you done ate, who you with. All right, your body temperature. He'll be able he's basically gonna be your God. He's basically gonna be your God, man. Okay. You know, there's all type of movies about the C-Hip where it's literally controlling people's lives, man, and they end up committing suicide. I forgot the name of it. All right. So let's grab a judgment for it. Revelation 14. As a matter of fact, let's grab this Revelation 16 first. It's Revelation 16 and verse 2. It says, and the first went and poured out his veil upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship the image. All right, so your body's naturally going to fight that shit off. It's going to want to fight that shit off. You know, and it's part of the Lord's judgment. You're going to have pus. All right. Hey, so that's one of the consequences of taking that. You know, of taking that incision, of taking that C-Hip, the MOTB. Okay. So let me grab this Revelation 14. And I'll start at 8. It says, and there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. It says, yeah, man, and the whole world has drunken, all right, of Esau's wicked philosophies, man. You know, verse 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, so anybody who take this C-Hip. Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So, hey, the Lord promised missile fire to you niggas, man. You know, and fire from those chariots. All right, second Ezra, the 13th chapter. All right, hey, so this is the judgment for you people who bow down to Esau's system and take the C-Hip. Verse 11, in the smoke of their torment ascending up forever and ever, and they have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. All right, so Esau is going to try to tempt our people into taking this, you know, And you can't live your pleasures out. Like, you can live it out, but you just got to take this first. Hey, just make sure you take this first, man. You know, take this chip first. Okay, and that's going to that snare it will be brought before our people, and you know they gonna fall, man, because they fall for it. They fall for this shit all the time. All right, our people are idiots, man. You know, but that's their judgment, man. They gonna end up being destroyed. All right. So this is just wanted to bring out this quick lesson, you know, on this, man. Just it just inspired a lesson. You know, these lines, the lines for the real IDs, man. So, hey, Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim El Shai, Bashim Makakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to all for elect. Lord willing, to be a part of that number. Shalom, Kwame Sharala, or Abadu Ball.